Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as the Minnesota Vikings and themselves. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and themselves. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. First play and a first pass for Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Cousins. And that. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I'd continue to go in that direction because right now they got the defense back on their heels.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Belton, Cousins. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Fourth down, Cousins. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It was Daniil Hunter to make the play in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances. Used to fit.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out.
Do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Now Cousins. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. First down, here's Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd down and 4. Now Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Cousins on first down. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, and that'll be in.
Able to do so.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Again, it's Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw, Cousins. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Buying time to his left.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Hurts throwing right away.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Second down, back to Sanders. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Another run here with Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins.
Down inside the 10.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10.
At their own 21. Wentz going to throw.
That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Wentz. His throw incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On play action, Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
6-0 our score after 1. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Wentz again. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting.
And he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Wentz now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Play action. Now Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking to the 2-minute warning. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Grant Calcaterra taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Oh, and now they're going to fake him. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Wentz's throw complete to Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Going right back to Dotson, and he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the red zone now, Wentz. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz able to find Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he finds McLaurin. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Second down, back to Sanders. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sanders. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. And the Eagles have retaken a third quarter lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. He finds his man complete. It's Bates.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Completes it to Samuel.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again, it's Wentz. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hitting Samuel on the slant. Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At about the 32. To throw, it's Wentz. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. Complete, it's Dodson. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
Pulls it in at the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This is Wilson on the jet sweep. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
From the 41, Wilson, open man is Uzama. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free.
That one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. We're scoreless after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 32 on the play. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one is